Hey guys, what's going on? It's Nick here from Greystone Copywriting. Gonna got a quick video for you. Basically, I rebuilt this one brand's welcome flow. This is one of my clients. So I'm gonna go over exactly everything I did, the exact structure, show you all the emails and stuff. Um, so yeah, let's see. Let's go. So a bit of quick context. Yeah, they're one of my clients to sell all natural supplements in the health and wellness space. All right. Their old welcome flow or their old system, they just had one email sent up, which is better than none. And it was a good email, but you just need to have more than one email. That's all. What they did well in that email is they greeted the reader with excitement. They gave them their incentive right away, and they told their subscribers what to expect. So there's nothing wrong with that. You just need more than one and generate a lot more money if you have more than one email. The goal of a welcome flow in general, in case you don't know, is just to build trust and excitement for when subscribers are most engaged. Right after they sign up, they're really looking for something to buy. You're one of the potential options. So we want to educate, address objections, and kind of guide them towards that first purchase. So they drive up to about 30% of the total automated revenue. So there's about 7 core automated flows that you set up. So 30% is a pretty big number. This flow I just set live, so I don't have any numbers yet. Maybe I'll make a video in a few weeks once we have more information. But I literally just put it up yesterday. Um, let's just go over it. So email one. The purpose is just to introduce the brand, express gratitude, set expectations, and then offer a few like starter options or products for them. You also want to give them their incentive and all that stuff. First impressions really matter. So you want to give them the incentive right away because that's probably what they're here for. And we're going to flip over to Figma real quick. So this is the original email right here. So you can quickly pause and read through if you want to. And then this is, I don't know why I have that there. This is our new email one. So welcome, 15% off. So the incentive, in big text. You have the button and everything right at the top with the code, so you know exactly how to use it. Um, Quick product image. Our intro, again, you can pause and read through if you want to, what to expect. And then we have our product options down the center. You could put these side by side, like this. But usually, most emails are viewed on mobile, and they're going to be, if you put them side by side, they're going to be formatted vertically, anyways. And so it's just a better user experience. And then we have, again, at the bottom, bigger call to action, reminder of the discount. So they can use it. All right, so that's email one. We quickly went through. So just keep it nice and short. Big thing is just kicking everything off on the right foot, give them their incentive, and you're good. Email two is a brand story. So the purpose is just to share how the brand started, share the mission, the values, and the purpose of the brand. Give a quick reminder of the discount. I don't know how that got in there. And then, so some, big hesitation for some customers is just they don't know or trust who they're buying from. So that's kind of what you're getting over in this email. And not all brands want to be face forward, like this brand doesn't, and that's fine, but you can still share the brand story. Or founder, like the founder doesn't want to have their face, all over the place. And a lot of people are like that, and that's fine. Let's quickly flip back over, go over this email. So our story, so I made it pretty much plain text. It's still technically designed. I still uploaded it as a photo-based email, but it's not like design heavy. It looks more personal. And then, so we can quickly read through there. A little reminder at the bottom about the discount. It's not the main topic of the email. So basically, the, what do you want to call it, structure that you want to follow with your story email. It's just like problem, what is it? Problem solution experience or experience solution, pretty much. Let's see if I have it written down here. Yeah. yeah, you basically share, the founder or the brand's experience, the problem they saw, why they wanted to basically get into this business, and then the solution that they put forward, share the values, stuff like that. So that's what we do here. Email three is going to be benefits. So our email three is we're trying to keep on moving them from interested to ready to buy. Oh, I know why that's there now. It's supposed to be down here. Um, so this works because you're increasing the perceived value of the product. So when someone buys something, think of it like a scale. Um, you know, they have, no matter what the cost is of your product, they have a perceived value, like how much it is worth to them in their mind. It's not the same for every person. It depends on their situation, how badly they want it, timing, all that kind of stuff, right? So this email is just basically to tip that scale so that the value that they see exceeds the cost of the product. So that is when most people buy, is when that scales are tipped in your favor. Some people will buy when they're not, and maybe that's just because it's like something they desperately need, even if it's they don't see the value, or the value is not equal or higher than the price. But those are like emergency situations usually, so that doesn't really matter. Let's go over this email. So we have a nice hero image here. Headline is nice and big. Again, call to action with the incentive is right at the top. We kind of blend the image into the body. It's not a hard straight line. So we got still thinking it over. We totally get it. Blah blah blah. What customers love about our brand. And so as you go through here, I have like how many is it? 1, 2, 5, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, no, 4. 4 main points and benefits of the product to the customers. So how you find this, a great way is just to take customer reviews. So whether that's reviews from your brand, or if you're just starting out, from direct competitor brands that you're competing with, compile all the reviews. Basically, the easiest way is just to put it into AI and say, hey, what are the 4 most important benefits that these customers experience based on these reviews? And it'll basically tell you, and you can list them out as well in order of most importance. So which ones are mentioned the most often, and then you get like direct feedback. You get actual. You're not guessing basically about what the customers care about, and so that's what we do here. We have a sub headline for each. So if you're scrolling through, which most people are, they can just quickly bounce off of these sub headlines without having to read all the body text. But if they are really interested and they want to read more than they can, we have supporting body text underneath. And then, benefit value statement at the end. We're here to help you make you feel like yourself again. So that's kind of like the whole premise of the products in the first place, is just to make you feel good, make you feel energized, make you feel healthy, all that stuff. Reminder of our incentive down here. And then again, we have a few more product options with reviews next to them to build that trust even more. Call to action again. So there you go. Little tip when you're doing buttons is just to give it a little bit of a 3D kind of look to it, so it's not flat. So it's not like, because you could, a lot of buttons are just like this, just flat. So what you do here is I would just click the top, your top, what do you call it? Here, I'm going to do it over here. Say I have 2 of these. So this is your button. I'm just going to duplicate this. We're in Figma. I'm going to take the bottom one. We're going to change the color of it so I can see it. And then you're basically just going to go over and down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever it is. And so you can see, kind of gives it like that 3D shadow effect. And then you can put like a stroke on it here as well, which is what I do over here. So it just gives it a nicer look to the eye. All right. So email 4, I ended up making 2 versions of this, but I ended up putting in the second one here. I think it just flows better. So this is our social proof email. So just build trust through the experience of other customers. Um, so people trust other consumers more than they trust companies. Like think of any time you bought something because your friend told you it was good or a family member or something like that, right? And that's basically the premise. They have nothing to gain from giving you, the review to, giving their good word. And so, it's genuine. So it's a simple email, but it's really strong. So basically, it's very simple. We just have our headline, hero image, which does blend into the background very nicely for a seamless design. Uh, Call to action, of course, small intro, but it's mostly just this is like the main focus here is the reviews. All right, email 5. So this one is us versus them. So you just want to show why you're better or different than your competition. So this clearly justifies your pricing, helps the reader feel more confident in your product and that it will work for them, that they'll be happy with it. And then if you like, because if you look like just like anyone else, if you think of like a super commoditized product, it's like you just buy whatever is cheapest, right? It's like think of it like buying paper towel. Um, it's like they're all pretty much the same. You usually just go with whatever is cheaper most of the time, right? And that's why you see like in commercials like that, they'll try and they're always coming up with something new, right, to differentiate themselves, to justify like their higher price, or just to set themselves apart in general, to be more alluring. So that is what you're doing here. So let's quickly go over this email. Headline, incentive reminder, small intro, subheadline. So you see, like, there's a pattern here with the emails. You want them to be skimmable. So our headline is big, usually short, concise, punchy. So if you were scrolling through, you would bounce from basically from headline, call to action, to subheadline, to the subheadlines in here, and then call to action again. Another powerful thing to use is like either emojis or icons, like the icons you see over here, as long as they're relevant icons, because it's very visual. They easily just like see those, bang, 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 just like that. And so that's very important, is to have your email be skimmable. Because when I first started writing, I would always write these long ass emails, and nobody really reads that stuff. It's just not like that. And there is a time and place for longer copy, but it's usually not emails, and usually not for products like these, and that's okay. So we basically list out what makes the brand different. Again, we have the check mark in X. So this is our brand, other brands. You get the gist. You could have like sometimes they do like product image on this side, product image on that side, and then one is yours and one is the competitors, and then it's basically the same thing to make it a bit more visual. Um, and then yeah, but it all depends on the look you're going for the email. So our last email is just a final reminder, or one of the final reminders, plus a little bit of myth busting. So here we go. Yeah, either like you go over some kind of myth, or you go over some kind of frequently asked questions in the industry, because when someone is new to you, or either new to the type of product that you sell, there's usually some kind of some, what do you call it? Almost like a prejudice, I guess. Some thought that they have that may not necessarily be true, just because they're not very educated on your product or your space yet. So you want to just unearth those, overcome them, educate them more, move them towards a purchase, right? So quickly read through here, same structure as before, pretty much, self-explanatory. You can bounce through um, all the sections really easily. Like the myth and the truth are bigger text than the supporting down below, just like we've always done. We have multiple call to actions and reminders of the incentive. And then I also in here give a reminder for the incentive with an expiry date, which I don't see very many brands do. So you want to tell them, it's expiring in X amount of time, and that adds urgency to make a decision. And then our final reminder is just a final reminder and a note from the team. So it's like just a personal email again. So it doesn't have to be heavy design. Um, just tells them that they have their code to use, and that it's expiring in like a day or two. And basically, you just want to come off as genuine, and maybe ask them to respond to the email if there's anything specifically that's holding them back. And I think that's all. So yeah, like I said before, they just needed more email, so there's nothing really wrong with the first one, really. Um, so this new flow does all this stuff that we went over, and so yeah, uh, I'll check back in probably once we've had time to test and get some numbers. But for right now, we just gotta wait and see what'll happen. But leave any questions or comments down below. If you want something built or something like this built for your brand, um, hit me up. I'll leave a uh, link to book a call in the description. Do like free audits or even like a free one-time flow build out, depending on what you need, and then we can always go from there. But yeah,